come from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Thank you guys for joining us, where we feature inspirational locals each week as we enter our 19th year of broadcasting here. GrassRoots Community Network was founded in 1972 as America's original public access TV channel. So it's really an honor to be here, to be representing the local show. I'm really excited to bring back a guest. He's one of our A-list guests. He's an Olympic bronze medalist when I used to interview him back in the day. Since he has now retired from that kind of competition, but is now bike racing. He's the #1 rated male realtor in the Aspen area and founder of the Klug Foundation. I just gave it away. It's Chris Klug. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Thanks, Erik. Always love catching up with you. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, well, you are actually such a part of the show that you're in the open of the show. When I'm shaking hands with people,
I'm honored to make it.
It's you and Davenport and Gretchen and, of course, Klaus.
Some of my favorite people. I'm in good company.
Yeah, exactly. So I appreciate you being here today. I know you're super busy. You just came off a pretty exciting weekend of bike racing over in Leadville doing the Silver Rush 50?
Yes.
Is that the official name?
Yes. You got it
Silver
right.
Rush 50. Was it a rush?
It was. I went over there with my family.
Starts with kind of a rush, right?
The start is very unique. It's part Oklahoma Land Rush, part Mad Dash for Cash.
Right.
And you start this year. In years past, it's been as many as 600 or 700 participants. I think this year was about 500 with COVID.
Nice.
And you're with 500 of your best friends, and you start at the bottom of Dutch Henry Hill right there at the bottom of the CMC campus in Leadville, and you charge about 100, maybe 150 yards up Dutch Henry Hill. And Quinn and another gal from Lifetime Fitness that manage the registration, they're holding gold coins in the air.
Oh my gosh!
And
so you're biking or running?
No, you're really pushing carrying your bike.
Okay, you're pushing or carrying.
Yeah, pushing or carrying. I find pushing it is the fastest for me.
Okay.
And I ride about a 19-pound Pro Caliber Trek hardtail, and so it's pretty light. You can push that thing pretty fast.
Nice.
And Ken Klober, of course,
yeah,
initiates the national anthem, and he and Mary Lee then fire off the shotgun, and they do a 10-second countdown, and 500 people go charging up Dutch Henry Hill. And I've won it 3 times in the past, the Mad Dash for the gold coin. And the last couple times, of course, it didn't happen last year with COVID.
Yeah.
But the 2 previous years, I got like 2nd and 3rd or 4th. And one time, in fact, I was going for the coin and grabbing it, and somebody just stuck their hand in there. I was like, "What?"
Wow! So you're literally grabbing it out of their hand.
Oh, the guy's Quinn was up there holding the gold coin. And I was in the start, and I saw him, and I just laser beamed. I said, "I'm just going on a direct track right for Quinn." And he's sitting there holding the gold coin. And it almost like kind of reinvigorated my competitive fast. I was like, I have got this. I'm going on a straight line for him.
Right, super focused and determined.
Yeah, and I had a good start. I was in the lead, and about 3/4 of the way up, you can see in your peripheral vision, I saw somebody over here in my right field of view.
Uh-oh.
And I thought, oh, son of a gun, I'm close, but he could get me. And then I looked down at my legs, and I was just internally like, go as fast as you can, legs! And I just charged to Quinn, and I reached up and grabbed the coin. I was like, yes!
So you got it.
I got it.
So you got it.
Yeah.
So do you get a time bonus or anything? Or it's
really just for the pride and the prestige of having the gold coin. But you do get free entry into the 100. So a victory at the Silver Rush only gets you more pain and suffering.
Right. So,
next month in the 100.
I guess congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a glutton for more punishment.
Opens the door for more pain and what we call the pain cave and all that. And so then once you get the coin, you just jump on your bike, and then it's just...
Yeah, your heart rate's about racing. 190, and you get on your bike and you go 50 miles.
Right.
So
now that you're at
I'm
max,
one of the few idiots that actually goes for the sprint. So
Right, because everyone else is probably like, well, let's just go pace ourselves. It's a 50 mile, it's a long race, and maybe they won't charge as hard, but... So you've kind of got your niche there. Like you kind of got to maintain that now.
I'm so good at one thing. Going downhill and sprinting for about 100 yards uphill.
That is, so how did the rest of the actual race go?
Good, really good. Yeah, I had a great race. That's a tough race.
Do you race by age category, or how does that
No,
kind
it's
of
just
break
everybody
out?
starts, mass start with 500, 600, 700 people.
It's just
And this year, I think it was about 500 this year. And you know, it's interesting, all of the Lifetime events are selling out completely.
Wow.
because I think everybody's tired of riding by themselves.
Right.
And everyone rode their bikes a lot the last few years, or ran, or did whatever, and
Right.
are excited to get out and compete and, enjoy the camaraderie of doing a big event like that. So
You've also been racing Wednesday night at the
yes,
Cycling
yeah,
Club.
did a few of
And
those. We
Government
had,
was
Government
last trip?
Trail last week, which is one of my favorites, and had a good battle royale with some good riders out there. That was really fun.
Yeah. How'd you end up in your placement?
I won the government race for the men's B. So I was pleased with that.
Congratulations!
And most importantly,
That's
kept it rubber side down,
Yeah.
which isn't always the case on government.
Did people know what the route is? That big route section
Yeah.
as you're coming across Buttermilk, then Tie Hack, and do you ride over
Tyler
the route?
Newton and I met each other right there, and he's like, go for it. I took the inside track.
Okay.
And he was going to the outside. I was like, thanks.
Oh, so you actually rode the route, and
I
he
just ride right
kind of
over
went
the
around
route.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, I like to ride
Yeah.
over it. The direct
I
line
go right through the
is
gut.
usually faster,
Yeah.
but then you risk. I've
Going
endoed
for
and gone over that other side before, and then you definitely lose time.
You
That's
go
not as fast.
somersaulting into the bushes there.
Right. So, and then
That's
we got
fun.
Bells Ashcroft coming up
Bell's
this week.
Ashcroft is this week, so that's another classic. And if you can stay with the peloton or the main group to the top of the Bells,
Yeah.
then the 215 pounds is advantageous going downhill.
Right.
But that's the crux of the race right there. It's tough.
Yeah, because then it's kind of hard. Everyone starts descending, going very fast down Maroon Creek, and then you set up into that climb going up Castle Creek. And then we go to the end of the road and come down and finish usually at that climb coming up to Little Annie's.
Right, Little
It's like
Annie's
a little
finish.
hill
Yeah.
that comes up where I've misjudged that sprint pretty much every time.
I think
that's where you get a good jump and you can just go up that with your power.
I think you and Maple have taught me a couple times how not to do that sprint. So. Now I've learned the hard way.
Don't do as I say or as I do. But that's great. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We have so much to get to. We're going to talk about more athletics, more competition. But first, we want to take a break. Thank our summer underwriters for making this incredible series happen. It's really been a fun series so far. Kicking off with Othello's son, Dante, a 12-year-old. We had our season opener, young entrepreneur, who will be on Shark Tank soon. But I want to thank our underwriters, including Haiti Children, Independence Pass Foundation, Klug Properties, Paradise Bakery, Sundog Athletics, White River Overland, and Pickens County Landfill. I think I got them all there. And again, I want to thank these guys for partnering and supporting this great local programming. More relevant than ever, I think, featuring our fellow locals and seeing what they can do and hopefully inspiring you guys as well. So, guys, don't go away. We'll be right back right after this quick break. The Independence Pass Foundation. For 32 years, restoring and protecting the ecological, historical, and aesthetic integrity of Independence Pass. To learn more, independencepass.org.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen Snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
White River Overland specializes in camper van upfitting and overland outfitting. Catering to mountain dwellers and outdoor enthusiasts, many of WRO's builds are purpose-driven to facilitate and enhance skiing, cycling, camping, climbing, and river adventures. Nestled in the White River National Forest, close to the deserts of western Colorado and Utah, WRO also rents camper vans and accessories. More at whiteriveroverland.com. Celebrating their 25th anniversary, Sundog Athletics is your opportunity to experience Aspen's most amazing adventure locations and gain new skills to increase your safety, performance, and enjoyment while mountain biking, road biking, hiking, and paddling on Aspen's exclusive canoeing adventure. Like Sundog Athletics on Facebook for fresh adventure updates.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Thanks for sticking with us here on the local show, guys. We got Olympic bronze medalist, founder of the Chris Klug Foundation, and #1 ranked, we got to ask him if that's still true, local realtor Chris Klug. So, Chris, you were voted by readers. Was it readers of the Aspen Times?
I was, yeah.
And you were rated the #1 male realtor, which is a pretty big deal. I mean, there's a lot of realtors that are very competitive, and you kind of rose up through the ranks. And is that rating still? Are you still ranked #1?
That was last year.
Is that annual? Or,
yeah.
Okay, so that was for 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's still got to be determined yet for this year.
Yes, we'll do it again this year.
Okay.
So.
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Are you campaigning?
Not really, no.
Not really. You just do what you do, right?
No, I love what I'm doing, and feel very fortunate to get to live here and do what I love to do. And I think there's a degree of the cliche that if you enjoy, what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
And
So you really like it.
I've got an awesome team, and really, really having a lot of fun.
Well, let's dig into that a little bit because you recently released a market report.
I did. Yeah.
Can you tell people just, I guess, some highlights, kind of market highlights?
Well, we're really
going
seeing record-breaking numbers both in Aspen and in Snowmass.
Wow.
Historically low inventory and still very strong demand. I think one of the things you're hearing a lot now is, well, there's no inventory. There is inventory, and there are opportunities out there, but certainly requires a little more digging and hard work to find those.
Right.
But clearly, COVID only made Aspen and the Roaring Fork Valley more desirable. And Aspen was a benefactor in terms of the real estate sales and activity from the great urban exodus, which is fueled by the COVID migration.
Right.
And there was, in particular last year, it's amazing, Eric, to look back just over a year ago. We were just hoping and praying we'd have a summer selling season. And remember when the lifts closed in mid-March, April, May, and early June, we didn't know if we were even going to sell a house last summer.
Right. There was so much uncertainty,
Exactly.
even fear.
Exactly.
Like this could be gloom and doom.
And then
it went the opposite way.
The end of June, a switch got flipped, and it's been really all hands on deck ever since.
So I imagine you see people from a variety of places, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
different cities, different areas of the country for different reasons. But do you see kind of a common thread? Like it's like, I mean, I guess common sense would say it's because of this mountain lifestyle and what the area offers. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like, what are people's motivations? Like, is there?
Well, I think a lot of people are realizing and learning what you and I have known for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
That this is one of the great places on earth.
Yeah.
That the quality of life that you and I get to enjoy, and so many of our guests and friends, and now second homeowners and full-time residents, that there are so many great places in the world. But as far as living, this is as good as it gets, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the schools are great, the trails are great, the library, the taxes are low, 300 days of sunshine, more than Florida. It's really an incredible place to live. And then you take a small town of 6,500 people in Aspen, or about 2,500 in Snowmass, and you have major metropolitan New York, LA, Chicago-like culture in a small mountain town.
Right.
And then on top of that, what you know so well, the access and the opportunity to explore the mountains, whether it be on your skis or your mountain bike or hiking or in your canoe or stand-up paddleboard.
Yeah.
The opportunities are just endless here.
Right, it's that combination of, and I like the way I like my hiking guest that I had a couple days ago with Sundog Athletics. It's Aspen's unique in that in the world of say Vail and Telluride and Crested Butte and Sun Valley. Right there, that differentiates us just in recreation, just in skiing.
Yes.
But then all the cultural and intellectual opportunities. So I go, here's how I build a day. Okay, we'll wake up, we'll go for a hike or a bike ride.
Yeah.
Then we'll go over to the music tent and we'll watch like classical music. Then maybe we'll, go have lunch, in town somewhere. then maybe we'll go to the Aspen Institute and maybe see Madeline Albright, Susan Rice, and Condoleezza Rice, who actually used to be a music student here, by the way, Condi Rice.
I love it.
And watch 3 former lady secretaries of state speak for $20. And you have this day that's just so well-rounded.
Yeah.
And you've
Where else
got
can
that
you do
mind,
that?
body, spirit that we talk about with the Aspen idea.
The Pepkas had it right.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it continues here. And I think that's just another reason that this place is so special. And so I think the main question now that's being asked in the real estate circles is, how long is this going to last? I don't think double-digit appreciation is sustainable forever.
Yeah.
That can't
Right.
continue forever. But I also think that people aren't running back to wherever they came from. I think they've realized what a special place this is and that I can work, more remotely now.
Right.
And a lot of them are going to stay, and then maybe in the future that turns into a second or third home.
I just wondered if that 7 months of winter would cause a little bit of fallout, especially if you're from a warm weather climate
Sure.
like LA, like
Maybe they
Florida.
take a few more vacations.
Right,
in,
exactly.
November and early December and
Right.
maybe March or April before
Right.
the snow gets great and as the season starts to become more spring-like in the winter. They're maybe spending Thanksgiving in Maui before winter's really here.
Right, escape a couple times maybe
Yeah.
during that 7 months of winter. But the other thing that I really love about this place is people care, and you see 300 to 400 nonprofits based here, including the Chris Klug Foundation. And there's a lot of caring, philanthropy.
Absolutely.
People really do want to make a difference. And I have to congratulate you on founding your foundation. And
Thanks, sir.
It supports and encourages organ donorship. And can you just talk about kind of the importance of your mission and, creating more energy around organ donorship?
Mm-hmm. Well, that is the mission of Chris Klug Foundation is to essentially help everyone that's in need of a life-saving organ transplant, help them get one. As I always say, the hashtag eliminate the wait.
Yeah.
And I'm celebrating 21 years since my life-saving liver transplant on July 28th, and really grateful to still be here. And I made a commitment with my faith and my family and to myself that if I got through this 21 years ago after being on a waiting list for almost 6 years, that I was going to do everything I could to give back. And that's what Chris Klug Foundation is all about. Inspiring those that are going through the same thing I did 21 years ago and ensuring that everyone that needs a transplant can get one.
Right, because you had a life-saving liver transplant.
I did,
You were
yeah.
not in good shape.
I was relatively asymptomatic for quite a few years, and then the last couple of years, as I approached almost 6 years on the waiting list, my health really took a turn for the worse. So
Right.
I was very fortunate. A young 13-year-old boy saved my life and 3 others, and he and his family made the most heroic and selfless decision I think that someone can make, and saved my life, a complete stranger. And so I'm always mindful of Billy Flood and his family
Yeah.
for saving my life and others. And
Right.
they're the, as we talk about medals and gold coins, they are the gold medalists of this whole process.
Right. I mean, that's so meaningful. And, we don't have time to get into it, but when I was at the Olympics and saw you win your bronze medal, I got to meet Billy Flood's mom.
Yeah.
She was literally poking me on the shoulder, like, "Can you tell me which one is Kathy Klug?" And she's right down there with the fuzzy finger going like that, celebrating. You were literally.
She was actually having a heart attack. She was sitting down in the snow.
That was incredible. That was
Yeah.
incredible. But one of the amazing things is how many people are on a wait list in the United States.
Yeah.
Like is it still over 120,000?
It's about 110,000 today waiting
110,000
for
people
solid organ
waiting
transplants. Yeah.
for life-saving transplants. So I don't know if people realize like the need is so great out there.
It is.
And how much they can help with that need. And what are the best ways to kind of get involved if you want to be an organ, donor?
Well, really, I think it boils down to 3 ways. First of all, have the conversation with your family,
Yeah.
just like you and I are having right now, and say, Mom, Dad, brother, sister, cousin, if something happens to me, this is my wishes. This is what I want to
My
happen.
intentions, yeah.
The other thing is go to chrisklugfoundation.org today. You can register on your respective state registry.
Okay.
So it's Colorado, donatelifecolorado.org, or just go to chrisklugfoundation.org. We've got a map with every state on there. Whether you're from Vermont or California or Texas, you can register on our website. And then the other way is, of course, when you renew your license. It used to be every 5 years.
Your
Now
driver's license.
Your driver's license, yes.
Right.
Every 10 years. When you do that, they'll ask you, do you want to be an organ donor, and check that box.
Okay.
The most important thing is have the conversation with your family.
And you guys have a number of events that also promote organ donorship.
We do.
The Leadville 100 coming up here pretty soon. What's the date on that?
It's, I believe, Saturday, August 14th, and we've got a 17-person team.
Wow.
That's all racing, wearing the lime green official color of organ donation and Chris Klug Foundation kits.
Nice.
And we have a 17-person team for that that's raising awareness and funds for Chris Klug Foundation and organ donation awareness. We've got a 4-person team doing the Leadville Trail 100 run. So 21 people doing Leadville in August, back-to-back weekends.
Wow.
We also have the CKF Century Challenge. One thing that, you know, there are some real silver linings in COVID that came out of COVID. And one for us was, you know, this real pivot. And I know every nonprofit and every for-profit business had to find a way to navigate the last year.
Yeah.
And CC Cunningham and Lauren Pierce, our former executive director, now CC Cunningham was our program director and communications director the last 3 years. She's our new executive director. They did an awesome job navigating the whole COVID new paradigm.
Right.
And one of the things they did is CC came up with the CKF Century Challenge. And it's a way we can only have 17 riders in Leadville this year. Nobody could do it last year with COVID. And it was a great way for all of us to go out and run a 5K or bike whatever distance you want and still participate in that event virtually. So we're going to continue that. And just like we did with Summit for Life last year, that's both going to be virtually and in person.
Right.
So,
that kind of opened up that virtual world in essence,
really did.
with
It
more
really did.
participation, more influence, more
and we had
education.
people for Summit for Life running stadiums on the Eastern Seaboard, running stairs in their office workplace.
How does that make you feel?
It's awesome because why did we start this foundation? It's to help people.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's to promote life-saving organ and tissue donation and inspire those going through the process. So the idea that we really max out the sun deck with 500 people. You know, and so that event sort of has a ceiling. We can only have so many people in person, both doing the Ride for Life and the party at the top, riding the Gandhi to the top, or hiking 3267 vertical feet on December 4th this year for Summit for Life. But the virtual component opens it up to people doing their own version of Summit for Life all over the world. They can still do the 3267 vertical of Aspen Mountain or the Buttermilk course, or they can do some iteration that they want and still participate.
And you guys also have New York City Marathon
We do.
up.
New York City Marathon's coming back this year.
Is that September?
It's
when is that?
the beginning of November. It's typically right around
It's later
October.
in the fall. Okay.
And they're reopening. They typically have about 50,000 runners. I think it's going to be 30,000 this year. And we're going back. So really excited about that.
And are you running it?
Not this year. I did it in 2015. Almost killed me.
That's tough for a bike racer.
Dudes that are 215 pounds don't really do that well in marathons, but I did it. I was super proud of myself and loved the whole event. Honestly, having done 3 Olympics and racing my bike and playing high school football and all these great athletic opportunities that I've been a part of all my life, the New York City Marathon was one of the coolest things I've ever done. It was great. Kicked my ass, but it was great.
I can only. I mean, I've been in New York once. Just the energy alone, the nature of the buildings.
It's the greatest block party in the world.
It's just the energy must be off the charts.
It's neat.
So people are cheering you on.
And if they just would have put the finish line at mile 20, I would have been fine. The
only.
last 10K, you've never seen the wheels fall off like they did for me.
It's just not called the New York 20.
Oh, Chernobyl meltdown at about 22.
Well, good for you for doing that.
I was proud of it.
So what would be like, I guess, a general, we're down to just a couple of minutes, but like training tip, like just
Our time always
whether
goes
you're
way too
running
fast.
I know, running or biking, or maybe just a couple like basic training tips that you would give to kind of recreational athletes.
You know, I'm 48 now, and I competed on the World Cup circuit for 20 years, and as I said, got to do 3 Olympics. And I think when you're 18 years old, you can overtrain. You don't really need to sleep. You can eat wrong. You can. You don't need to stretch. Or
Get away with some stuff.
Yoga is something you don't even understand. And I think now at 48, I still want to be playing hard and kiting and surfing and riding my skateboard with my kids and doing all these fun things. So I think cross training is really important.
Yeah.
A guy, Ed Harold, and Wendy Harold, they lived here for a little while and got really into the pranayama breathing and incorporating that into aerobic exercises and training.
Okay.
So I would say for me, the breathing, I've become really focused on the breathing.
Yeah.
I used to think sleep was for babies and water was overrated. I drink a lot of water. I'm just joking. I drink a lot of water, and I'm starting to be a little more conscientious of my sleep.
Yeah.
But I think cross training and being conscientious of your breath, there's a lot of healing and a lot of good that can come from, I think, all of those things.
I appreciate those are great tips, because cross training, it's obviously more fun.
Mm-hmm.
It spreads out the workload. You have a more well-rounded fitness. It's more interesting, intellectually. And, being flexible through yoga and stretching and breathing is so important. And recovery, sleep, we're finding more and more about the importance of sleep.
Yeah.
But it sounds like we're out of time, buddy. Did you have fun on the show today?
I had a great time.
I've
It's
got
always
some
fun
party
catching
gifts.
up with you. We're both busy, and I appreciate the opportunity to catch up with you.
I appreciate you. We got to have at least a semi-annual gathering.
Heck yeah,
here,
we do.
Here
Heck
at the
yeah.
show. So I baked some cookies for you, pal.
Oh my gosh. Are you trying to slow me down in the Bells Ashcroft race?
Exactly.
There's a method to your madness. I love that.
Exactly. So thanks, Chris Klug.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching this week on The Local Show. The Independence Pass Foundation, for 32 years, restoring and protecting the ecological, historical, and aesthetic integrity of Independence Pass. To learn more, independencepass.org.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
White River Overland specializes in camper van upfitting and overland outfitting. Catering to mountain dwellers and outdoor enthusiasts, many of WRO's builds are purpose-driven to facilitate and enhance skiing, cycling, camping, climbing, and river adventures. Nestled in the White River National Forest, close to the deserts of western Colorado and Utah, WRO also rents camper vans and accessories. More at whiteriveroverland.com. Celebrating their 25th anniversary, Sundog Athletics is your opportunity to experience Aspen's most amazing adventure locations and gain new skills to increase your safety, performance, and enjoyment while mountain biking, road biking, hiking, and paddling on Aspen's exclusive canoeing adventure. Like Sundog Athletics on Facebook for fresh adventure updates.
Welcome to